Hello, welcome to A Few Minutes with Peter. I'm Buddy Pennington, pastor of Westfield Assembly of God in Holmes County, Florida, your host for the study. This is lesson number 3 and part 5 of our study on 1Peter from the New Testament. We're going to be taking a look at verses 18 through 22 of chapter 3 in this video. Allow me to read those for you now. I'm going to be reading from the New Living Translation. Christ suffered for our sins once for all time. He never sinned, but he died for sinners to bring you safely home to God. He suffered physical death, but he was raised to life in the Spirit. So he went and preached to the spirits in prison, those who disobeyed God long ago when God waited patiently while Noah was building his boat. Only 8 people were saved from drowning in that terrible flood. And that water is a picture of baptism, which now saves you, not by removing dirt from your body, but as a response to God from a clean conscience. It is effective because of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now Christ has gone to heaven. He is seated in the place of honor next to God, and all the angels and authorities and powers accept his authority. Now, in this part of his letter to the believers, Peter is still dealing with the concept of authority. Now, in the last video, he had instructed the people that they needed to do good even if they suffer for doing good, and they still need to show that they accept the authority that is over them in all matters of life, both physical and spiritual. In this ending to chapter number 3, Peter is focusing in on the authority that has been placed in Jesus. He is now the top authority, you might say, in heaven and on earth. And he gained this authority because he subjected himself to the authority of the Father, to the will of the Father, and he gave himself as a sacrifice for the sins of all of mankind. He gave himself under the authority of the Father so that he could receive authority to be able to forgive sins. I want to encourage you, if you will allow me to do that in this video. Jesus Christ is the ultimate authority to anyone who wants to try to approach God. Jesus has been given all authority, and it is through seeking the Father, through faith in Jesus Christ, that we are able to approach the throne of God. It is by our submitting to the authority of Jesus that we are forgiven of our sins, that we are saved from the wrath to come against all evil, and that we are placed in the Lamb's book of life in heaven and have our names registered there as someone who is going to enter the New Jerusalem and be allowed to live in the presence of God forever. That kind of authority is the kind of authority that is worth submitting to. Allow me to encourage you once again, as I have many times already, submit to the authority of Jesus Christ that has been given to him by God the Father. It's my prayer that these studies will be a blessing to you. Allow me to encourage you to visit our Facebook page, which is Westfield AG at 2513 Cypress Street. May God richly bless you until the next time when we get together for a few minutes with Peter, and we begin lesson number 4, which takes a look at chapter number 4 of 1 Peter in the New Testament.